Hey, my name is Patrick. I'm 14 years old. I want to tell you a story as to how I had to unexpectedly grow up. My family's well off, but my parents don't buy me PlayStations or the latest smartphone. They aren't cheap. It's just that there are 5 kids in the family and I'm the eldest. My brothers and sisters annoyed me so much. Because of the money spent on my younger siblings, we couldn't even fly on vacation to Dad's home country, Ireland. For a long time, I couldn't understand my parents. As if we were only 3 people in the family, then we'd travel and be freer. For a long time, I considered my mom and dad to be dummies, brothers and sisters, deadweights. I wanted to live only for myself. At 14, I was tall and looked like a 17-year-old. Girls chased after me. Popularity was added by the fact that I was a player on the school's football team. All my hopes were related to a sports career. I often imagined that I'd apply to a college with a sports scholarship, or I'd be a professional soccer player, because why not? I'd be paid for each game, and I would spend the money only on myself. In my dreams, I was already choosing myself a sports car, imagining myself going to celebrity parties with models. But one event completely changed not only my views on my own family, but to my own life. During the soccer championships, I met Sharon. She was the cheerleader for the rival team from a nearby city and older than me. She's already 17. She is drop-dead beautiful. During the tournament, it was me who got the winning goal. The guys literally carried me on their arms. My achievement was what interested Sharon. Of course, she didn't know I was only 14. After the game, there was a cool party at our team's captain's place. His parents were out of town and the entire house was free. All the girls from Sharon's team were invited. We spent the time together, laughing and chatting. We both drank beer and the alcohol took its effect. By the end of the evening, Sharon called me over to the guest room upstairs. That was the first time I did it. Of course, I won't tell the details, and either way it was over quite quickly. But I was very happy. I became a man. For a few weeks after that night, me and Sharon were chatting almost every day. I was fully in love. But then she suddenly stopped going online or answering her phone. I couldn't figure out what had happened, what I did wrong. After a few days, someone came to our door and my parents were also home. Sharon and her father came in. She stood there with tears in her eyes. Her father was enraged. Sharon was pregnant. I lost the ability to speak and I couldn't understand what was going on. How could that happen? It seemed to me like I was dreaming. Sharon's father demanded I marry her. He said, "It doesn't matter if you're 17 or 27. You need to answer for your actions." How he stared at me when he heard that I'm only 14. Sharon was also shocked. We even had to show them my documents. When my girlfriend's father calmed down a bit, he said that they will keep the child. The doctors said that it is contraindicated for Sharon to have an abortion. I just sat quietly, red from shame for my deceit. Sharon stared at me. And then my father shocked me by saying, "We will support our own grandchild, and we will give any kind of help, financial and upbringing." I dumbfoundedly looked at my father. After all of my complaints, my parents were ready to support me. I felt like a real idiot. I thought my parents ruined our life when they had so many children. But myself, I did something real idiotic at 14. 2 months went by and I didn't see Sharon. Through mutual acquaintances, I was able to find out that she was sent to other relatives. My conscience is constantly tormented. I understand that if need be, I would need to go to work and forget about a sports career. But I also think, how's the child, as I will soon become a father? This thought alone scares me. Through her friends, I found out that Sharon's father wants to give up the child for adoption right after birth. This news made me feel my helplessness. Now I don't know if I'll even see my child. But the child is very important to me. If they give him or her up for adoption, then I want to take the child into our family. Luckily, my parents aren't against him or her growing up with my brothers and sisters, as family is the most important thing there is. Share my story so then others know how important it is to think about consequences before doing anything.